6:43, and firefighters in Kansas City have put out a fire at a big abandoned church in the East Bottoms.
And we've been following this breaking news from the East Bottoms all this morning.
Now, the church is southeast of I-29 and Front Street, started burning before 4:30.
Yeah.
41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan is on that scene. In touch with the fire chief, a lot of interesting things here. They had some trouble with fire hydrants, and this had been potentially getting ready to be torn down for a long time, right, Charlie?
Right, we can kind of look back in our records and found that this church, the old St. Francis Seraph Church here, was on the dangerous buildings list in the city from 2013 at least. The fire crew did say that they were able to connect to some fire hydrants that were working because they knew which fire hydrants were not working in this area, and so they didn't waste any time going to those fire hydrants. They were able to get water on the fire right away. And you take a look at the building now, and the fire's completely out. The fire trucks are still here, but they actually just put the last ladder that they had up spraying water. They just took that down about less than 5 minutes ago, so kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at here. I want to show you though some video from earlier in the morning when we first got on scene here close to 4:30, and you could just see how smoky it was when we got here. The fire chief says that it was flames when the crews arrived, of course, and the flames shot about 30 feet up over the roof of the building, and that they saw flames from the floor all the way up to the roof inside of the church. Now, they think that the roof partially collapsed and landed inside the church, and that's why they were giving it such a attention and spraying so much water on it, because they thought there might be some hot spots kind of buried underneath where the roof collapsed, and they needed to make sure that all of those areas were completely put out. And they were using the ladder trucks because it was just too dangerous to send firefighters inside this building. Now, the fire chief I spoke with said he described this fire as suspicious and said investigators are here and they'll be going through this and trying to figure out exactly what caused the fire. Oddly enough, we said this was slated to be demolished. There was actually a wrecking crew, a salvage crew, setting up the fence around this church just last week to prepare for the demolition. I spoke with the foreman there of that company. He said they were just waiting on the final permits to begin tearing this church down. He said, though, he will probably start that teardown process tomorrow now as a result of the fire, because he thinks the fire may have jeopardized some of the structural integrity of the building, and it'd be safer to get it down sooner rather than later. For now, live in Kansas City, I'm Charlie Keegan, 41 Action News Today.